Hey there, my dear angling friends. Your fishing expert is back with another crucial forecast, and today we're diving deep into the waters of Ireland for Monday, the 22nd of December, 2025. Now, I've got some interesting news for you today, because this day is shaping up to be a true test of skill and patience, but one that promises real rewards for the dedicated among us. Forget those lazy summer days. Winter fishing in Ireland is a different beast, full of its own unique charm and challenges. We're going to break down exactly what the fish are thinking, where they'll be hiding, and what you need to do to outsmart them. Stick with me because you'll learn some crucial winter tactics that'll put fish in your net when others are scratching their heads. First up, let's talk about some of our winter warriors. On a day like this, with the water cooling down, we'll be focusing on a few key species that are still active and catchable, though perhaps a little more selective in their feeding. Pike, the freshwater predator. My friends, the mighty pike is still very much on the menu in our freshwater lakes and rivers. While their metabolism slows down in the cold, they remain active predators. You'll want to focus your efforts in deeper areas. Think those significant drop-offs, dense weed beds that still offer cover, or around submerged structures like fallen trees. Why there? Because these spots offer more stable water temperatures and ambush points for a lethargic fish. For tackle, a sturdy deadbait rod with a simple float or legger rig is often more effective than fast-moving lures right now. Present a deadbait like a small smelt, herring or mackerel, very slowly and deliberately. Patience is key here. Let your bait sit, give it subtle twitches, and wait for that confident take. This isn't about chasing, it's about presenting an easy meal right in front of them. Cod, the coastal conqueror. For those of you who love the roar of the sea, our resilient cod are a prime target this time of year, especially from the shore. They seek out their usual winter haunts. Focus your efforts on the south coast marks, particularly over rough ground, reefs, and even wrecks if you're boat fishing. From the shore, sandy beaches that feature deeper gullies or rocky outcrops are ideal ambush points. They love those stirred-up waters where easy meals are dislodged. For tackle, a sturdy beach caster with a 2 or 3 hook paternoster rig or a running ledger rig with a heavy grip lead will help keep your bait firmly in place against any currents. Bait choice is crucial for cod. Think big, juicy lugworms, ragworms, or strips of fresh mackerel. Don't be shy with the size of your offering. A generous bait often tempts a bigger fish. Fish the incoming tide, especially the last 2 hours before high water and the first hour of the ebb, as this is when they tend to move in to feed. Perch, the feisty stripey. And let's not forget the feisty perch. While many anglers might hang up their light tackle, winter can be a fantastic time to target larger, specimen-sized perch. These fish will often be schooling in the same deeper areas as the pike, looking for shoals of small fish. The key to catching them is finesse. Look for them around deeper holes in rivers, close to submerged features, and drop-offs in lakes. They love those slightly warmer, more stable pockets of water. For gear, a light or ultralight spinning rod, or even a sensitive waggler or feeder setup, is perfect. Small jigs, soft plastics, or traditional baits like maggots and small red worms presented slowly near the bottom can be incredibly effective. A drop-shot rig can also be deadly for static presentations in these deeper zones. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the theoretical base that underpins all our predictions. Weather, a calm but chilly picture. For Monday, the 22nd of December 2025, the weather in Ireland looks set to be mainly dry and settled. We're expecting a strong signal for high pressure to be centered to the north of the United Kingdom and Ireland, becoming increasingly dominant throughout the week. This generally means stable atmospheric pressure, which is often a good sign for fishing, preventing fish from becoming too wary due to rapid changes. However, temperatures are signaled to be below average, especially over southern and western parts. The highest air temperature is expected to reach around 9 degrees Celsius, but with a distinctly cold feel. We're looking at a mainly easterly airflow which can bring a sharp chill. Be prepared for potential frost and fog patches, especially in sheltered spots. While it looks dry, some regional forecasts had previously indicated a chance of rain on Monday the 22nd, but the more current extended range forecast leans towards drier conditions. This combination of cold air and stable high pressure will slow down fish activity, making them conserve energy and seek deeper, more comfortable water. Water temperature, winter's embrace. The water temperature across Ireland will be firmly in winter's grip. Coastal sea temperatures in the Irish Sea and around Dublin will average around 10 to 12 degrees Celsius, with some areas dipping to 9 degrees Celsius. Inland lakes and rivers will be even colder, likely ranging from 4 to 10 degrees Celsius, possibly as low as 4 to 6 degrees Celsius in some inland waters. This significantly colder water means fish metabolism is drastically slowed. They're not going to chase baits aggressively. They'll be looking for easy meals in areas with more stable temperatures. This is why a slow, deliberate presentation is absolutely vital. Moon phase. The waxing crescent. On the 22nd of December 2025, we'll be under a waxing crescent moon. The moon will be approximately 5 to 10% illuminated and just a couple of days old, having passed the new moon. Popular fishing lore often suggests that the periods around the new moon and full moon can trigger increased feeding activity. While a waxing crescent is not as strong as a new moon, it's still generally considered a decent time to fish, with some believing it can stimulate a bit more activity compared to the quarters. On this particular day, it's also a low ocean tide or neap tide, which means less tidal movement and potentially more settled conditions, especially in estuaries. Overall fish activity, patient pursuit. Considering all these factors, the cold, settled conditions, the very cold water temperatures, and the waxing crescent moon, my overall assessment for fishing in Ireland on Monday, the 22nd of December 2025, is a one capricious to moderate bite. The high pressure and mainly dry weather are favourable for stability, but the below-average air temperatures and very cold water mean fish will be lethargic and less willing to move. Success will hinge on your patience, your ability to locate deeper fish in their thermal refuge, and your careful, subtle presentation of natural baits. It won't be an easy day, friends, but for those willing to brave the elements and adapt their tactics, there will be rewarding moments. So, my friends, I wish you all tight lines and a fantastic day on the water. May your lines be stretched and your reels scream. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you found this forecast helpful, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another prediction. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to winter baits and what's the biggest fish you've landed in December? Share your wisdom with our community.